Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is a hot honey protein bowl. Today I'm going to show you a simple hot honey protein bowl that you can make. It's great for lunch, great for a meal prep. Let's jump right in. This is going to be a two-part recipe, so you can really do whatever you want in terms of the vegetable itself, but I'm going to be using carrots. So let's first start. I'm going to prep my carrot. I have a large carrot. You can use great other vegetables that you can use are Brussels sprouts, broccoli, but the seasoning is what's most important for this recipe. So I'm going to take my carrot. I'm going to cut off the top and the bottom. And to make this easier, I'm just going to cut it in half. I want to basically cut half moons. So I want to make sure that the size of the cut that I'm getting is about this thick. That's maybe like 1/3 of an inch. You want it to be enough that it has a little bit of a, like a thickness, like a crunch to it, but not too thin or too thick that it doesn't cook all the way through, or it's like too floppy. So I'm gonna prep all of my carrot. The reason that I say you can play around with which vegetable you want to use is because the main star of the show for this recipe is going to be ground beef. It is not the vegetable that you choose. So that's why you can really do whichever one you want. But I like to use the carrot. I think that the sweetness of the carrot goes the best. So if you want to, follow along with this one, this is my preference for this recipe. If you aren't already subscribed, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below and also like this video while you're at it. Let's season our carrots. The first thing I'm going to add is some olive oil. Let's do about 1 tablespoon of olive oil per carrot. I'm gonna add some salt and some black pepper. All of the measurements will be down in the description below. Now, you can use hot honey that's already pre-made if you have that, but I like to make my own hot honey because I like to know that I'm using good quality honey and that I'm using the spice that I'm looking for, because you can have different types of spice, and I wanna make sure that the pepper that's being used is what my preference is. I like to use cayenne pepper. That's what I recommend that you use for this recipe. So you're gonna take some cayenne pepper, just a little bit, like a pinch, because we are gonna use this later on in the recipe as well, so don't go too overboard with the cayenne pepper. And then I'm gonna do about 1 tablespoon of my honey. I'm gonna drizzle it all over the carrot, and now let's mix this all together, make sure that it's well coated. I'm gonna take one of my air fryer liners and put it in my air fryer tray. These air fryer liners I've linked in the description below if you wanna purchase them on Amazon. And the air fryer I'm using is the Tasty Air Fryer. Make sure to use my discount code in the description below if you wanna purchase this air fryer. You see me use it all the time in my videos. I'm gonna take my carrots and throw them into the air fryer tray. And we're just gonna make sure that is spread out. We're going to air fry this for 8 to 10 minutes at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I have my pan heated on medium-high heat. I'm gonna add 1 pound of ground beef. We're gonna cook this, break it up until it is really crisp. You guys have seen me do that before. Let it cook in that oil so that it can get nice and crispy. Let's add our seasonings. I'm gonna add some salt, some of that cayenne pepper, and some black pepper. Once your ground beef is crispy, as you can see, it's starting to get crisp, I'm gonna take 1 tablespoon of honey. We're gonna add it directly to the pan because we wanna create a sweet glaze on our beef. I know it sounds weird, but trust me on this, guys, it is so delicious. We are ready to plate. I'm gonna use my rice of choice. You guys have seen me use it a million times. I love the Miracle Noodle rice, not sponsored, just love the product. I've linked it in my Amazon links in the description below if you wanna purchase it. So I'm gonna do that. I just steam it in the microwave. I throw it in for about 1 minute, and I've, of course, rinsed it before I did that. Let's add our ground beef. And then I'm gonna add the roasted carrots. And I'm gonna add some of our homemade hot honey. So I'm gonna take my cayenne pepper, put it in with a sprinkle into the honey, using about a teaspoon of the honey. We're just gonna mix this together. Then I'm gonna throw this into the microwave for 10 seconds. Here we have our honey. It's nice and liquidy after the 10 seconds, and I'm just going to use this as a glaze. We're just going to put this on top of our bowl like that. And that is it, a really easy hot honey protein bowl. I absolutely love to meal prep this. Let's get a little taste test here. Some of our ground beef, some of that miracle noodle rice, and our carrot. I mean, it's just so simple to make, really, really easy. Like I said, a great meal prep. You can have this for dinner, you can have this for lunch, something the whole family will love. Let's do a taste test. Cheers. I absolutely love this recipe. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Also hit that notification bell to never miss a tasty upload. Till next time.